I did my very first show as a professional comedian where I got paid. I did not choose a color. I just let the artists do their work. Freedom to be creative. Since the divorce, I'm finding my own identity. I go and I rewire my brain and rewrite that memory. She is like ChatGPT in human form when it comes to the arts. I was able to do another TEDx and do it well. I can go on stage and have everyone laugh about terrible things that have happened to me in my life. I can do anything. Being my own housewife, I take myself out. I had the luxury to do what I wanted with unlimited funds. Hi everyone. I have come and I paid for 30 dirhams of parking, which means I have exactly 13 more minutes left until I have to drive. So in the meantime, I am going to zhuzh away the little baby hairs that have come out onto my face when I got my haircut, and have a little conversation with you guys. Let's just clean this up a little bit. Okay, so today I am going to go have lunch with a friend. I don't know if she's going to join me in the vlog. My friend Athena is probably going to come and do conversations with Jouhayna with me. So I'm traveling in a couple days and we're going to Africa. I really don't like carrying a lot of things, even though I'm going to be there for nearly a month. So I brought some products that I'm testing out as minis to see if I like them. So I've always a little mini Vaseline lip balm. We love that. I had my lips blushed and I really love the results. Cute. I did not choose a color, which I feel a lot of people might think is ballsy, but I just let the artists do their work. And I feel like they thrive a lot more when you allow them to have that like freedom to be creative. This is like a little mini concealer I got from Dr. Vanita. It's in medium peach. So I'm gonna just dab it on, let it warm up on my finger, and just boop, 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 boop. Athena, my friend, is a professional makeup artist, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna see the state of me and she'll just be like, you're smudged, because I do feel smudged. Usually the eyeliner that I use doesn't move, but I guess since I'm such an oily girl and I'm not wearing any foundation, it's smearing all over the place. So what's the answer to that? Adding more. There are a lot of parking slots. I'm not moving. I still have another 11 minutes in this parking spot. I haven't really been putting a lot of eye makeup on my waterline, but I did it. No, actually, I didn't do it. Marwa did it. She is the makeup artist who is also a really good friend of ours who does mom's makeup for the podcast. And I really love what she did when she added eyeliner to my waterline. So I've been doing that now. This is Nude Sticks. I'm just gonna dab that in. So this is good for eyes, cheeks, and lips. Oh, maybe I can add some to my lips. Let's do that. Oh, auntie. I love the colors she's wearing. Cute lady. Okay, so that's the little stick. I love the size of these. They're so great. So we're gonna see how they do throughout the day. And just add a little contour here. Make my cheekbones from my weight loss cheekboning even harder. Yes. Okay, I think I forgot my SPF at home. That is not good. Okay. Oh, I forgot to make my flicks more flicky. I just like zhuzh like that. Okay, then what else do I have in this bag? I think that's it. That's everything. Yeah, I definitely did not pack any SPF. Oops. I'm big on SPF. Also, shout out to, look at how cute this bag is. So I haven't been big on carrying handbags ever. I thought I would be into handbags when I graduated from the air traffic program, and I felt like I need to have like designer things because I never had the disposable income to do that before. And then I realized I actually don't really like carrying handbags because I would actually forget them everywhere. Like, I've lost so many handbags in the past. Anyway, since the divorce, I don't know, it's almost like I'm finding my own identity because I allowed myself to mesh into my ex's identity, which gross. So, ooh, wow, this bus is very ambitiously trying to park next to me. Ooh! I'm not moving my car until my time is up here. So anyway, so I never used to carry handbags. It was so frightening. Anyway, I never used to carry handbags. And then after the divorce, I was like, I want one. So I decided to support an Emirati brand, not sponsored. Look at how cute this bag is. It's from Minimalist. And then look at this little charm that you can get. We love it. And the name of this bag is Aliazia, which is the name of my baby sister. So I love it so much. I'm going to lunch with a friend, which I'm very excited about. So you're gonna have me on the drive there. Anyways, let me use a sweat wipe and wipe off all the residue of makeup so I don't stain my abaya. Yesterday when I was at work on my shift, I realized on my break that I got booked for another comedy night. So this is the little paper I have to decide what I'm going to discuss on stage, and then I practice it while I drive. I'm not gonna do it here, because if you wanna watch my stand-up, go watch the videos that we've posted. And when I say we, I mean me, myself, and I. So as you know, I love my hat from Mimosa. Let's tie the knot. Just in this time of sitting in the car and touching up my makeup, I could feel the heat of the Tesla, because the sunroof is like really hot. It gets really, really hot. So I'm going to lunch to clap. I was thinking of starting a series of being my own housewife on my days off, where I take myself out as if I had the luxury to do what I wanted with unlimited funds. Okay, it's not unlimited because I have a responsibility, but if I just got to go out and treat myself, I think that's a good way to put it. I would call it Jouhayna. You know, like Jouhayna Jane? No, Jouhayna. Let's do this. So today consisted of waking up, getting my ice bath done, feeding my dogs, taking a cold shower because my water heater broke. So that's where some of my unlimited funds are gonna go to fix it after my trip, because it's really hot in summer now, so there's no point in installing a heater in peak summer in the UAE. And then I'm going to go to lunch with my friend, which I'm excited about. I asked her if she wants to be a guest on my show Conversations with Jouhayna, and if she agrees, then we'll do that, and then I'm going to see where the day takes me. I packed my gym bag because I need to get my workout in, and if I feel like it, today is leg day, so after a good business lunch, it's fine. And if anything, it's going to fuel me to push harder on the leg press. So yes, anyway, I'm going to wait for this car to finish parking, and then we're going to leave. Today's conversation is going to be around fascia release and public speaking, because that's kind of what I did in the last couple weeks. So fascia release, fascia is like the gunk around your muscles, and you know when you foam roll and you feel a lot of pain but you don't feel pain otherwise, that's because your fascia is tight. Anyway, I really like saying the word fascia. And when I was in Thailand, I went away to Phuket Cleanse, which is this like wonderful retreat, and you could choose what you want to do on the day, which I like. They had a lot of different activities, which was nice. Oh, there we go, it's already adjusted. Oh, I love this camera. Shout out to DJI. Also, this is the first 4K vlog. Do you like it? We're always elevating, up and up, onwards and upwards. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Short Story Long with Jouhayna, where I talk to you like you're my friend in the car and I'm giving you a little update on my life. Today, I'm going to talk about fascia release that I discovered in Thailand, and my decision to travel yet again, because why not? And the fact that I did my second ever TEDx. So since my divorce, I have made the decision to, instead of like not going to the places I went to with my ex and allowing him to hold that memory, I go and I rewire my brain and rewrite that memory. So one of the things that I've been actively doing is going back to the places that we've traveled to or visited or eaten at or had date nights or staycations or whatever. So one of the things, subhanallah, which I never thought I was going to be able to do as a rewire memory, was to do another TED Talk. I posted on LinkedIn that I really wanted to give back in some way, and I'm open to doing an air traffic control workshop at different schools to raise awareness about air traffic control in the UAE. A couple weeks later, I received an email asking me to come and be a guest speaker to do a TEDx at a school, which it's two things that have aligned. The last time I did a TEDx at a school, I was very, very, very married with my ex, and you know, he helped a lot behind the scenes and everything, so it was still a memory which I had linked to him. Not anymore. So I hired my mentor, Mina. She is also my stand-up comedy teacher. She also helps people with acting and TED Talks and Toastmasters, and this woman, mashallah, she is like ChatGPT in human form when it comes to the arts. So I asked her to be my mentor, which I'm so, alhamdulillah, happy that she agreed and took the time to help me out with this. And I decided that I'm going to do a talk on air traffic control and explain the 3 different types of air traffic control. The process of the TEDx, maybe that'll be like another video that I do, but really it was about having a mentor and talking about a field that I have nearly 12 years of experience in, For those of you who don't know, my full-time job is a senior air traffic control officer. I'm also an on-the-job training instructor, and my PR answer to that is I am very proud to train the next generation of air traffic controllers to protect the skies of my country, which is very true. I really love it. I love helping people learn new things, and if I have the knowledge, I'm always happy to share it, and I feel it's very important to share knowledge, which is also why I have a podcast where I share knowledge with people, but not only my knowledge, but knowledge from other people in different walks of life. Anyway, that's enough about me and my branding. So I went to Thailand. It was great. It was my first solo trip. I had been wanting to go to Thailand for such a long time. I loved it. When I used to be single, I was there all the time. It's such a vibe. Nobody cares who you are, what you're wearing, nothing. You're just there to have a good time and just chill out. And the food, the food. There's all the food trucks and the street food, that's what I would eat, because I like to play dangerous games. And I feel like now in my 30s, I don't have the stomach for such things anymore because I've become a sensitive girl, but it's okay. So I went back to Thailand. This time it was with the intention to do a retreat. So I found Phuket Cleanse on Instagram, and I decided to sign up and go there. Somebody at work asked me to swap a couple of days, which gave me a total of 6 days off. So I was traveling and gone for 5 of those days. I came back on the 6th day to chill out before I go back to work and just like recenter myself. Best decision I've ever made, not sponsored. I loved it. It was such a good experience. It was such an excellent experience. I'm so happy that I chose to do it. There are a lot of activities. There was Muay Thai, a lot of different types of meditations, yoga, beach walks, beach workouts, hiking. There was a lot. So instead of being overwhelmed by how much there was, I just made the intention of what I wanted to achieve from that. I feel like I've been working on myself a lot internally to heal from my divorce. And there were a couple other things that have surfaced in my time working with a life coach that I hid away for a very long time, and it started to haunt me, and I didn't realize what it was until I realized what it was, ... Anyways, so my intention was to meditate, do yoga, go to the beach because I love the beach so much, and just do what I feel like in that moment. Amazing experience. I highly recommend it. Go to Phuket Cleanse. One of the ladies I met there, her name is Jen, and she was working there at the time. She was explaining to me what fascia release is, and I didn't know what fascia was. All I know about fascia in this moment in time is that I really like saying the word fascia. Fascia. Anyways, it is basically like the gunk around your muscles. So you know when you don't feel any pain, but then when you're getting a massage or you're foam rolling, you're like, oh, that's actually pretty sore. It's because your fascia is not stretched out properly in that area. So foam rolling is really beneficial. So she taught me how to foam roll with the intention of releasing my fascia. Best thing ever. Post-divorce, I went a little bit crazy in terms of buying things for myself because I didn't really treat myself while I was married because I gave everything to my ex. So I bought myself this massive red light panel, which I love. It just feels so good. And I do my fascia release right in front of it at the end of the day. And it feels great. And I woke up this morning and I felt a lot less bloated. So I really enjoy fascia. I enjoy the fascia release. Go to Phuket Cleanse. If you ever feel you need to take the time to press pause, you'd understand the pun if you watch my podcast. Then that was such a wonderful experience, and going there as a solo female traveler, I felt really safe. Everyone was so friendly. You know, you have meals all together at the table, and then it's up to you if you want to like socialize or not in between. So I really had a great time, and I made a really good friend. Her name's Morag. She's in her 70s and from Scotland, and we signed up for all the same classes. So I always knew I had like an old soul. Anyway, I really love her so much. So shout out to Morag. Morag is Sarah in Scottish, or is it Gaelic? I don't know. Anyways, she's my new friend and we stay in touch, which I'm so happy about. And her kids live in Dubai, which is great because then when she visits, I told her, I'm like, I just want a meal, like just one meal whenever you visit that I can take her out and feed her. Anyways, I should probably text her and see how she's doing because she came up now. Anyway, so that's Thailand and that's the fascia release update. Highly recommend. What else? Oh yeah, the TEDx. The TEDx, yeah. So, you know, as I mentioned, I wanted to do something to give back. And I'm so glad that I was given the opportunity not only to give back, but to also have a TEDx. So, mashallah, you know, God really is there to put, hold on, how do I phrase this? I just feel like Allah is really looking out for me and giving me what I deserve based on what I'm asking for and what's best for me, you know. All I wanted to do was to go and volunteer at schools and give back in some sort of way to educate children, and I was able to do that on a much larger scale because it's recorded and inshallah going to be distributed it out through TED conferences. So, you know, keep pushing. And then also for my own personal mini, you know, win of having the intention to rewire different places and memories, I was able to do another TEDx as a freshly divorced woman and do it well. So alhamdulillah, or at least I think I did well. I was told I did well, so I'm going to go with that. But also I need to own the fact that I did do a good job. I will say, in the process of doing that TEDx, the day before I did have a meltdown about it, because I was like, it's not good enough, I haven't done well enough. And then the following day it went really well. And my mom, she's very honest when it comes to my feedback. She doesn't ever sugarcoat it. And she said it went well. So I'm gonna go with that. But I do want you to know, like, there's so much that happens in the background to have it was what? I think it has to be 18 minutes. And I think I hit that mark on the dot. It was an 18-minute speech, but the preparation, it took the time, effort, and everything. After I received the email that I got the TEDx, I sent an email to work to double check that I am available those dates because I was working. I got the approval to get annual leave, so I actually did that on my own time off. I took the day off the day before and the day of the event. So only because that was approved is the reason why I made the decision to say yes for that event, because work comes first. Then I texted Mina, who is my stand-up comedy teacher, and I'm like, you have brought out such an amazing side to me in public speaking. Can you please mentor me for my TEDx, because I'm a little bit nervous about it. I did have a previous public speaking coach that I used to work with, but I really am vibing with Mina in this moment, so I was like, she's the person that I want to go to for this. So I'm really happy that I chose her to help me in this. We booked 3 sessions leading up to the event. The first one was to decide what I'm going to speak about and then narrow it down. The decision was air traffic control, and I had to decide how much I'm going to go into detail. Air traffic control is an extremely niche, unknown field in aviation, but the people who do know about it well. So I wanted to make sure that it resonates with students, but anybody listening who has absolutely no idea what air traffic control is able to understand that. And then the next question was, should I include slides? She said, of course you should include slides. So I included slides for everything. I was really struggling to do it the old school way, where I was looking for pictures on Google Images and adding references. Mina said, go to ChatGPT, put in a prompt, and get the picture created for you. So if you ever watch the TEDx and you see the video, you'll see the different images that I've created, which I'm really, really happy with. And I really broke it down. And then the theme of the event was ex nihilo, which is Latin for from nothing. And that basically was something that I felt is important to incorporate into it, because I decided to talk about something very technical, and then how me, a little mixed girl from Ras Al Khaimah, ended up in such a field. So I spoke about how I ended up doing that and everything. And one of the other things I also included was the top 5 skills I think you need to be an air traffic controller. And one of them was emotional compartmentalization. And I gave them a little exercise that they could do anytime they feel they need to be able to emotionally compartmentalize. So I'm really, really, alhamdulillah, like I'm so happy with the way that went. I feel it's very important to talk about mental health because it's so taboo that the only way to take away that tabooness is to verbalize and talk about it. I don't know how people in the aviation industry are going to feel about that, but I feel like the narrative needs to change. We have such a high stakes job that we need to address having good mental health. They care about our physical wellness, while mental health is also as important. So I'm here to talk about that and change that narrative. I had the day off the day before the event, so I went over to Mina's house, which was wonderful. We went through everything and I completely bombed. Okay, the only good thing was that she fed me this wonderful salad and I hung out with her kids, but I completely bombed like while I was rehearsing. It was awful. I was not happy with the way it was, and she was like, well, we could change this, and there were a lot of this. It was, oh my gosh, it was truly the worst. And then I got really worried. I was supposed to meet with a friend afterwards. I canceled. I'm like, I need to go home and I need to practice. So I did. I practiced over and over and over again until I almost lost my voice. It became a little bit raspy. Is that the word? Like, hello. So then I stopped speaking and I just started to listen to the recordings that I had taken of myself. So that's basically like what I did. And then the following day, I went through it one more time with the slides, because you have to practice clicking and speaking at the same time, and the timing is really important because I had quite a few slides and a lot of statistics and numbers, and that had to be boom on the dot. I had to time it's called choreography, so I had to time my choreography and pause at certain times and speak at certain times and all of that. I am glad that I practiced. I made the decision in terms of outfits to wear sky blue abaya, which was very light. So I symbolized the sky, so it plays with people's like subconscious minds that I work with airplanes, and they reference the sky when they see me, but it was also giving off very Cinderella vibes. I also did address the importance and the power of your femininity in a male-dominated industry, so that's why it was very important for me to like bring out my Disney princess moment and like dress up like that, but I dress like that anyways. Like, you've seen me in my outfits. Today I'm giving lavender. So yeah, so that was basically what happened leading up to the TEDx. And then after the TEDx, I brought in my own cinematographer, which I'm so glad that I did, because then I'm able to get footage for myself so I can watch myself back. And then that's how I was like, okay, I was being a lot harsher to myself than I deserved, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was in my head. And then I'm able to have little short form videos that I can put out so I can continue to spread awareness, and it's on my timeline. So that's actually a tip that I have. If you can find a cinematographer and or photographer whenever you have an event, and just tell them to follow you around and they capture those moments. Hold on, it's very good to find a good cinematographer, because in the past I've had some events that were recorded that really weren't that great, and there were massive milestone events for me, and I wasn't able to add that to my portfolio as a public speaker because I did not select the correct cinematographer. So shout out to Himanshu for being an excellent cinematographer and creating like the best videos ever for me, and Varad, my editor, who edits all the videos, and then Kostab, who does all the SEO optimization and posts them. It's a team of 3 wonderful men who helped me out with this. Hold on. This is why I don't like driving in the city. I need a driver, so I don't have to think about this. But isn't it so entertaining to watch me drive and talk? You know what I want? I want karak. That's what I deserve right now. Please let me in, please. Thank you. So I highly recommend getting your own cinematographer to capture these events, because your presence on social media nowadays is currency, and it's important for your visibility. So that is something I recommend. I'm really glad that I did that. So that was also another part of the behind the scenes when it comes to the TEDx, amongst my meltdown, outfit selection. In terms of makeup, everything I do is with a lot of intention. So the makeup, it was a matte look because of the light on the stage, so it doesn't look like I'm sweating, because sweating is thought of as nervousness. I went with a very simple look, a very sleek winged liner. I did not use this one that smudges like crazy, making me look like a panda in 15 minutes. A liquid eyeliner by Kat Von D, which I absolutely love that one. It's so precise, and it's very like, I don't know how else to, well, precise. I have to add the sound effect. I went with a peach nude lip, also matte, so it's not shiny, and very light blush and a tiny bit of highlighter. Even though I'm told not to wear highlighter on stage, I want a little sparkle in my life. Hold on, let's focus. Where are we going? Also, I don't even know where to park. Do I want to valet or do I want to self-park? So I have the freedom. I don't know. I'm really early. I'm so excited for myself. I'm usually very late to everything, but I really don't want to be late specifically for this friend, because she's never late. She's always early. So to respect both of our times, I'm early for once. My water bottle broke, so I got this really cute one, and it's like purple clouds, which I love. Let's see, where's Athena? Athena! Itchy nose. Itchy nose. What is the parking? Ugh, whatever. Pay before exit. How rude. Yeah, I'm self-parking because I wanted to talk to you guys. Look at me. Look at me with my self-sacrifice. I'm usually a valet girl, because why should I look for parking myself? And then I can always ask the valet guys, like, where is this restaurant? And then they'll tell me. So it's like a 2-in-1 solution. Huh. No, this is too tight. Thank you. Oh, here we go. And this is close to the lobby lift. Yes, we love that. Okay. I've completely missed the lines. This is another great thing about the Tesla, is just having this to park, the system. It's excellent. Okay. So I put a little fashion tape on a little pin to keep my Jouhayna in place. So it has that effortless, elegant look of what I got up to. So around my TEDx, I had a lot of different comedy shows that I was doing as well. I realized comedy really gives me more of confidence to do my more serious public speaking, because if I can go on stage and have everyone laugh about the terrible things that have happened to me in my life, I can do anything. So I had a couple comedy shows that I was doing, and I've been working with different producers all around Dubai. There's Flamingo Room, which is great, Mad Cat, amazing as well. A lot of rooms, a lot of shows every week consistently. So hats off to Mikdad for doing that. He's the producer of Mad Cat. Yash as well is another producer I worked with. And then Yash, he has Flamingo Room. And when I had done his night in Daftar in DIFC, that was really nice. Very well done. And then there were a couple other producers were there as well. So there's Ish, who does comedy in the ranches. So I had done his night as well. And I remember when he'd seen me doing the show for Yash, I told him, I'm like, that was my audition. I'd like 7 minutes, please. So it's just me being sassy for life. And then another producer who has a room in Abu Dhabi called in Ting Airi. I'm excited to do his night. I want to do more nights in Abu Dhabi for sure. I really enjoyed doing, oh my gosh, how did I forget this? I did my very first show as a professional comedian where I got paid. Dun 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 dun. For Abu Dhabi comedy season. You know, I've done so much, yani, alhamdulillah, but I forgot what I do. So I had my very first show, Mina. It was her show, Mina and Friends. It was in Emirates Palace. Fancy, wow. And I had done my set. It was 5 minutes, but it ran a little bit longer because I got so many laughs. Somebody who follows me on Instagram, who I've never met, and we've kind of had like an Instagram DM relationship. She came with her friends, and then we finally met in person after all these years of like being in each other's DMs, which was really nice. It was really fun. And I even got told by Ali, Mina's husband, who's very critical, and he doesn't give out compliments. He was like, you did good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Because when I had done the very first comedy course with Mina, she was the main teacher. Ali had given some feedback. When I had done the comedy course for the intermediate group, which is Dubamedi's 201, Ali was the teacher. So he's the one who helped me create all of those jokes, but he wasn't available to watch the graduation showcase. So that was the first time he'd seen the product of all the hard work we had done for weeks in the intermediate course I had taken with him. So it was so much fun. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And I remember I couldn't get out of my shift the following day. So I got a hotel, I spent the night in Abu Dhabi, and then I drove into work in the morning, and I realized I definitely don't like living in cities. I really love living on the outskirts. So that was a nice reaffirmation for me. The hotel I stayed in, it was literally 4 hours? No, sorry, whoa, what? No, it wasn't. I got there around midnight and I was up at 5. Yeah, around 5.5 hours I spent in the hotel. And they upgraded me to a really nice suite with an amazing view, and I was like, oh, this is so upsetting. So I hardly spent any time there. I had a really, really nice time, like eating my meal prep that I had taken with me, which shout out to Nourishing Dubai. Let me see if Athena's gonna be here soon. On my way, I'll get a table if you're running late. Hi, Athena. I'm already in the parking, but I'm shooting my vlog in the car. So give me a call when you're here and we'll go up together. I love you. Bye. And my health journey, that's another good update actually as well. So I have lost a lot of weight, but not really. Right? So my body composition has completely changed. I still weigh pretty much the same as I did in January, but I've gotten more muscle, which is great, which means my metabolism has increased. I'm feeling a lot better. I have a lot more energy because I'm working out. I'm on a supplement protocol with my functional medicine specialist, and I'm feeling, alhamdulillah, so much better. but I'm really struggling to behave with my food. I'm supposed to eat grass-fed beef and free-range chicken, and eggs that are also cage-free and antibiotic-free, and the rice needs to be from a certain place, and the potatoes need to be pesticide-free, and there's so many requirements. So it's really overwhelming. I order all these expensive ingredients and groceries to the house, and then I don't cook them. And then they're in my fridge getting like, you know, that extra frozen layer on top. Anyways, when I had a check-in with my coach, she was like, what can we do to amend this behavior? Because I was so busy. Like, I stayed in Sharjah for an entire week, which I don't live there, because I had a course for critical incident stress management, which I loved that course. The teacher was amazing. Best, most engaging course I've ever done in my entire aviation career. So now, that's another life update. I also am a critical incident stress management peer, which means when a critical incident happens, I am an emotional band-aid, which is very on brand for me because I feel like I'm that anyway. But now I have structure and certification. And then after that, I had 3 comedy shows, including my professional comedy show, meaning I got paid as a professional comedian, and I had my TEDx all in the same month. So my eating was out of the window. All I cared about was having Spanish latte and banana bread. That's all I had for the month of June of 2025. So my coach is like, yeah, you need to really work on that, because I was working out 4 times a week. I was taking all my supplements, but my food wasn't on point. So she recommended that I should go and hire a meal prep company called Nourish Dubai. She will send them all my macros, and I have to tell them what I'm allergic to or intolerant to, and they will send me all the food. So I am allergic to shellfish, and I don't feel like I'm missing out. Gross. And they're already gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's an ancestral diet that they're feeding me, specifically with what my coach Jouhayna wants me to have. So Jeff is the founder of Nourishing Dubai. He sent me a WhatsApp and he's like, I've sent you everything on your email. Let me know what package you want. I think it was on like a Wednesday or Thursday, and I wanted to procrastinate. So I was like, can we start Monday, please? So I took my sweet time having all the banana bread and Spanish lattes all weekend long, and then I committed to the meal plan. I realized I'm lifting heavier. I feel, actually, I'm not even bloated at all. Like, you cannot see because not halal, but like I feel so not bloated and sleek. Is sleek the right word, or just like I feel deflated in the best way. I feel physically deflated but emotionally elated. Anyways, it's really helped with my mental health as well because of the gut-brain axis. If you eat well, your gut is healthy. If your gut is healthy, your brain is healthy and happy. It's a beautiful full circle moment. Am I going to go now and completely ruin that with the ramen and clap and DIFC? Absolutely. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to go eat. You know what? I'm going to go do that now. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation. Look at me parking in the self-park area so that we could continue this conversation. I know I sound like an entitled first world child. So sorry, not sorry. Bye. I did self-park. I thought I was being humble. Apparently valet is the way to go. Welcome, you're my first external guest on Conversations with Jouhayna.
BTS means Bangtan Sonyeondan, the bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Because she's also divorced.
Best life decisions ever, because men deserve it.
It felt like I was being gaslit for asking for the bare minimum. You're cheating on me with my money?
Doesn't mean he's a bad guy, dude. I just like chug them. Like,
times.
the sunroof is big, y'all.
It is.
And I don't for the sun. I'm 39, look at me.